seen the title of this video because it's another reaction, guys. One of my very close friends recommended that I react to this show. I have seen certain episodes of it. I haven't watched like all of it. I have a tripod now, if you can't tell. This is a better angle of me. You can see my face. I have a jawline now, which I didn't have in the previous videos because my angle was bad. So I'm just gonna let you know, the setup looks a little weird. I apologize. My computer's over there, so I'm gonna be making eye contact over there. But I'll be looking at you later on, Gwilly. I am going to be reacting to Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. This is not connected to the actual Bridgerton like Netflix series. It's a completely different series, but it touches on Queen Charlotte and her love story and her love story with King George and how that came to fruition and how they even became who they are now. Miss I Paid Diamonds of the season, Miss I Love Extravagant Wigs, Miss I Have a Beehive on My Head. We find out how she became who she is. I have watched cast interviews. I'm very excited because the chemistry from the cast is wonderful. I'll just be watching episode 1 today. And yeah, let's get into it. Also, besides the point, I need Shonda Rhimes to give me her formula for her casting for the lead roles because it's always like a spicy white man. I've never seen Scandal, I've seen edits. Fitz is a spicy white man. Like, he's white through and through. That is a Caucasian man, but there's some spice to him. He's also incredibly toxic, but there's a spice to him, and I can commend that. I need to know where you're looking, what list you're looking at. Send me one of their numbers. I'm single. I already love her. She's so cute. I know for a fact that is not Nick from Nancy Drew. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be solving mysteries. What is happening? If y'all haven't watched Nancy Drew on CW, please go watch it. It's one of my favorite CW shows. I think it's honestly one of their hidden gems. It's Nancy Drew if it was supernatural, and it's so good, and the character dynamics are so good, and the ships are so good. I think I saw, like, now that I'm thinking about it, in the trailer there was like a snippet of him, but I don't remember him being in this. Like, I did not think that he was going to be in this. But good for him. Is he also going to be British? Let's see.
This I would love to hear, because I'm not upset, nor am I emotional. I am angry, and I cannot breathe. And both are thanks to you, brother.
Charlotte, you were chosen. This is a great honor.
Oh, how difficult was it to be chosen?
I mean, okay, my question. How many people did they screen? Because I'm assuming they screened only noble women. Someone comment if you know the answer to this. Is she like a princess? Is she like a duchess? Like, what is she? Like, who are you? Also, I'm not liking the vibe her brother is giving off of, like, the whole, you're being emotional, you're upset. And I'm like, I feel like if anyone tells anybody, this is not even applicable to just women. If you tell someone, like, are you mad at me enough times, they will get mad at you. Like, assuming someone's emotional state just makes them that emotional state if you say it enough times. And he has said it enough times. I am now upset at him. So, I'm gonna need him to be quiet for the rest of the ride.
There is no good reason. In fact, the reason might be terrible. I know that no one who looks like you or me has ever married one of these people, ever.
Oh, okay.
But I
love how they're drawing
cannot
attention to this. People of high standing. I also want to know, like, how much of a role did, like, King George play in denormalizing it? Because obviously she has to be a character that is like, I stand for what's right. The way you treat people that look like me is wrong. I don't know what it is with the white man renaissance, right? This man forgot his name. The guy who played Prince Eric in Little Mermaid, white man renaissance. I'm trying to think of other ones, but I never have enough room in my brain for white men. Besides the point, I'm going to give you my ranking of my top 5 white men. Number 1, Dylan O'Brien. He will always be number 1 of my list. And the reason that is because Stiles Stilinski is a character that exists, and Stiles Stilinski is one of the best TV characters to ever grace the screen. He was in Maze Runner. He was in Not Okay. Like, he's been in so many, he's an icon. He is literally an icon. Then Logan Lerman. I'm sorry, Percy Jackson movies were a complete fail, But if I didn't know that they were a movie thing, if they weren't a book, if I had never read the books and like they didn't exist and they had made that movie, I would have been like, oh, so silly, goofy, love it. And I would have loved him even more. Like, he would have been number one. Because that was such a big formative part of my childhood. And there's only 2 movies. Thank God they didn't make more, so they couldn't butcher more of it. But, like, he was such a cute little Percy Jackson, even though he was way too old to be playing him. Number 3, you know what? I'm going to say Jonathan Bailey. Because him as Anthony, he irritated me. If you want, I'm going to link up the card up here for the playlist of me watching season 2. I go on a journey with Anthony. I was very upset with him in the very beginning. I kept not rooting for them to be together. I wanted both of them to leave his ass. And then at the end, I kind of came around because they both kind of grew up a little bit. And he played him so well. Also, the man can sing. Just an all-rounder. Like, he also seems like a genuinely sweet person. Number 4, Tom Holland. I don't know what it is. I think he's just silly goofy. Like, he's just... I think the most formative thing that I know about that man is the way he says croissant. And he's had a lot of good roles. I'm not a big fan of Cherry, but like everything else he's done, I'm like, good job. The last one, I'm gonna say Paul Rudd. He is, I feel like Paul Rudd is a really good example of like, you age better when you're not problematic. Because like, that man is what, in his 50s, 40s? Looks 20. He looks like he did when he was in Clueless. And I also really love when, like, actors, he kind of just takes silly roles. Like, I think at this point in his career, runner-up, Daniel Radcliffe. He and Paul Rudd have done this thing now where they have amassed enough credit under their name where they just kind of take roles that, like, they like. Like, they just think it's so silly goofy. Daniel Radcliffe, look up Swiss Army Man, watch that movie, and tell me that that man is not camp. Is this what this is from? That's how you console people? Charlotte! Charlotte! Do more than that!
Queen Charlotte finally turns her matchmaking energies onto her own family.
Do you guys think she's gonna ask Violet on how to matchmake? Because all of her kids at this point have had love marriages. Also, when does this part take place? Like, before Colin and Penelope? I will be coming back for Colin and Penelope because that needs to be reacted to. Because at this point, that man has the personality of a slice of white bread, and I need to know what they're gonna do with it. I want to come on here and state that I have changed my opinions towards Penelope because, like, I think that because in the previous season, I honestly thought Eloise was the one on the right, but I kind of get it at the same time. Like, this was what made her feel special, and in her opinion, she was trying to help her. But in the other one's opinion, she was like, what the hell? I'm so worried for where this is going.
That is good. That is your job. As many babies as possible for my son.
See,
Yes,
here's the
Highness.
thing. I'm understanding this is probably like a era thing, but like, they're kind of making her seem like a concubine instead of a wife. Because like, a concubine's job is like, they also bear your children so you can have as many kids as possible, right? Like, she's kind of treating her like she's a concubine and not like a wife, which makes me a little bit sad for her. Bridgerton, the first 2 seasons, I think Violet is a really nice mother-in-law. Like, she's very sweet because I think she just treats everyone like her own kid. But like, I know for a fact Penelope's mom is going to be a horrendous mother-in-law. Like, she's going to leech off the Bridgerton family in the event that Penelope and Colin get married. I hate every mother-in-law in every show or movie because they always portray specifically the man's mom in such a negative light. Like, there's not many positive representations of like a man's mom because the man is usually just an awful person, and then the mom, it reflects. I have not seen many representations of it, and I'm hoping that they make more because sometimes the mom is a sweet person, especially in Bollywood, because always in Bollywood the mother-in-law is an awful person. I'm like, there has to be some sweet ones. Like, there has to be at least one that agrees with this union and wants them to be together.
He is the king, Your Highness.
Yes. And
He is the ruler of Great Britain and Ireland and the colonies, Your Highness.
yes.
He has been monarch since October last year.
The same. Wait a minute. I can't remember if that one's King James or King George, but is he Jonathan Groff and Hamilton? The Lin-Manuel Miranda universe is ebbing and flowing through us. And is this the same man? This starts Oh my god! Oh my god! Who set them up? Who set these two up to be married? Also, ignore my pants. These are the only pants I had that weren't in the wash. Who set them up? I want to know. I want them to be in jail because I don't know when she got married, but I know she wasn't legal then. I know she wasn't. And I want to get the deets. I am so upset already. I hate it. I hate age gap romances where like the guy is like a foot into the grave and she looks like she's freshly 20 because like she looks like she's freshly 20.
I'm a lady in distress. You refuse to help a lady in distress.
I love her delivery in this.
When that lady in distress is trying to go over a wall so that she does not have to marry me.
If I found out that my arranged husband looked like that, I am making a dash into the chapel. He probably is going to have some relationship issues because every Bridgerton story does. But like, if my husband looked like that and I find out for the first time that that's what he looked like, I'm sprinting in heels. I don't care if I trip and fall on my face, if my dress gets ripped. I'm sprinting into the chapel. We're going to do our vows. I will marry him so fast. My opinion will probably change because all the men usually disappoint me, but I don't care. He has so far had the best first impression for me. He's so fine, and the reason he's so fine is because he's such a female gaze character. I know you're probably asking, how do you tell the difference? I will tell you the difference, okay? Men who look like they're a character out of a poem usually are female gaze. Men who look like they came out of an action movie, usually not. Male gaze men are very macho, very aggressive, and usually like men look at them as like, this is the example of how we have to be with women, when it's really not. I'd rather you just be a female gaze man. I think a really good example of a female gaze like through music would be Hozier. Hozier is a prime example of a man who is the female gaze. It's very natural and organic, and it's not just like, she's the prettiest thing I've ever seen. He compares her to the heavens, the earth. She's like his sin and his like temptation. Like it's just beautiful. And I think they did a really good job of this, and for specifically Anthony and him, they're so female gaze, like it's crazy. I can't tell if they're using pop music anymore because I don't know if they'll do the same thing, because Bridgerton's supposed to be more modern. I'm guaranteeing they probably won't do it here. He's so fine, but I wish he had hair. I wish he had hair. I think he would have been so powerful with hair. Like Brimsley's hair, if he had that length. Oh, I would actually flip out if he had hair in this. Like if he had the hair from promoting for this, I would have lost my mind.
I suppose officially St. James's Palace is our house, but this is where you shall stay.
What?
And you shall stay.
I have a stake in Kew.
What?
So you shall live in Kew.
What?
And I shall live here.
Huh? Why is he so okay with it?
Do we not spend this night together? My governor said that is what happens on a wedding night.
He's already losing me. He's losing me.
I shall stay.
I
said I shall stay. Are you coming?
I catch the ick so quickly for men, and the way that he responded to that just gave me the ick. You do realize she's coming from middle of nowhere Germany. She has never been with a man, never been married, hasn't been educated properly on that, because most young women weren't at this age. And no one told her anything about you. No one told her who you were, what you look like, anything. And you expect her to know that you just don't want to live with her? I can't. And if he yells, I'm gonna throw a shoe at him.
You or me?
I am not going to debate this with
I
you.
merely want to understand. You need to at least tell.
I do not need to do anything. I decide. I have decided I am your king!
I would throw something at this point.
My mistake. I thought you were just George. Forgive me.
This poor girl, she's trying so hard and he's ruining it! only the first episode. Like, what on earth? He sweet-talked her. He sweet-talked her into getting married. She could have jumped over the wall, and he made her stay because he was this charming man, and now he's leaving her in the middle. I am so upset right now. I need to take a walk. Give me a second. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna walk, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm so mad at him. Like, imagine coming to the middle. You don't know where you are. You don't know any of these people, and now you're alone. You don't have your brother, anyone.
I might have legitimate grandbabies. Instead, virgins to the left of me, whores to the right.
I believe I am married.
She is such a savage. I love her. No, I'm gonna start using that. Virgins to the left, whores to the right. That is so silly. Like, I want to know who wrote that line, and I want to give them I want to shake their hand and be like, you are a contribution to society. I love you so much. Because that is such a funny line.
Make me a royal baby.
That's your homework assignment. Go have sex. That's your homework. Imagine your mom says that that's your homework assignment. Like, go get married and get laid. But that's the only thing that'll make me happy right now. And if you can't do that, then don't talk to me. Like, that's so insane. She's all alone. I really want to throw something at him because that seems the only thing I can do. I just want to... She's so sad. Yes, you should have. You should have, girly. You should have. I don't care that he's cute. I'm sorry I rooted for him. I should have just stayed on your side and let you go over the wall. I'm so sorry. I'm so sad now. It ends with her being alone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in again. I don't think I'm doing a Bridgerton video next week, but it'll be the week after. I really don't know my posting schedule anymore, but look forward to it. I started a new playlist for this show, so you can check that out as more episodes come in. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and stay safe, stay sane, stay sanitary. See you guys next time, and bye!
Like and subscribe.